very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, we kick off the new year with an NFC North matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And that one will bounce up.
CBS is sponsored by Macy's. Give love, give style. Dr. Pepper, the one fans deserve. And by FedEx, where now meets next. Bills offense getting ready for its second series of the game after a 3-and-out. Jamal Williams, put this in perspective, 13 rushing touchdowns, the most since 1991 when Barry Sanders had a team record 16. It's really impressive. I mean, it's amazing.
The end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
You a real one, bro. I had to go find a lighter, dog.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Trying to find a string post.
On play action, now Rodgers. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Now 1 for 1, a lot more to go. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He sets to fire deep. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. It's a big play there for Green Bay. And even 40 yards.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us to their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Completes it again to
Oh
Dobbs.
my God. Yo, come on, man.
Romeo Dobbs with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Packers are on the board here first in the season opener.
That nigga was supposed to die.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Wow, this nigga trash, bro.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it just shy of the 25.
And I want to be here. And I want to be here. And I want to be here. Baby, can I be here? BZT, I want to be here.
And they'll begin by running the option. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards.
Where my nigga Trey at, bro?
An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper and also a first down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game.
Oh, hell no.
It goes right out the window.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The Vikings here hosting Green Bay in the season opener, and they've got one of those quirks on the schedule that is going to work in their favor. They play all 3 of their division home games in the first 5 weeks of the year. After Green Bay today, they'll host Detroit in week 3, and then Chicago in week 5. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion and a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try to defend on 3rd down.
Yeah, my Chase don't want to show. My nigga got superstar. It's crazy.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. It'll fail on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
Triangle catch that. That's on me.
He'll get off a fairly short kick here.
That's on
This
Eli
is toward the
Skirt.
sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Pick up, Cam. And I want to be it's a pick though. Ain't work.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this being a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. It allows you to see that the entire offseason and know, hey, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams trying to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
The throw complete to the tight end. And they'll
I'm
get
tripping
this
out.
well past midfield.
I'm tweaking on defense, baby.
Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
You gotta be
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that throw.
That's gay. I hate when they do that.
And he missed him incomplete. Robert Tonyan.
And I wanna be here.
And it's 2nd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. This one's
You're supposed to be hard flat, bro.
They'll crossover out of bounds right at the 25. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
Oh, my God. There's no way possible we didn't get to the quarterback, bro.
And it's a Packers touchdown. Christian Watson, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Packers have taken a 13-0 first quarter.
Can't nobody get to the quarterback.
Now Crosby for the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Keneduagu now out of his end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Packers pick it up. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that.
I feel bad for you, bro. The second half gonna get crazy, bro. Hey, man doing too much right now. Man doing too much. That means second half gonna get crazy for him. He's mad as hell.
My doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Pulls it in at the 13. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
The Vikings take over first down at their own 33-yard line.
Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, sometimes
I wish somebody loved.
this is an important possession. But
I
I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams can ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he'll get
Cam Newton! Cam fucking Newton!
Jalen Reagor, 52 yards. And the Vikings are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Joseph connects on the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings move it away.
They gave this man a good start.
Valentine now from the end zone.
Turnover. Called it. I called it. I said it. I said it's going to be a turnover. I called it. I told you. I know Madden, bro. I know this Madden shit. This shit will give me too much, bro. It'll give me too much, bro. It'll give me way too much, bro. Like, no way I send an all-out blitz and literally nobody's near the quarterback? Get the fuck out of here. Then I'll fumble on the kickoff? Get the fuck out of here. Let me get my fumble right back.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Now it's a game.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
It's a pick, though. They've been playing good. They've been playing good. Them not.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
This offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. Well, let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works. Sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
On 2nd and 10. Rodgers, this one complete to Tunyon underneath. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
2021 wasn't quite the 11-touchdown outburst that we saw from Robert Tunyon the year prior. A torn ACL cost him half his season, and the Packers still believe he can be the impact player he was 2 years ago after his rehab. Pretty impactful play on that one, and it will move the chains.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Rodgers now to throw. Tunyon's got it on the out route.
How the fuck you getting beat on a flat route, bro? Make it make sense, twin.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
That was an eventful ass first quarter. Make it make sense, bro.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. And again, it's Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they'll get this down to the 10. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now Jones.
That's a bad move, bro. What the hell am I doing?
Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Packers go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Nwogu now from his end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits. You see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're acting panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Again, Newton to keep it. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. Now that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop it.
The defense had that one pretty well.
I'm about to run his bitch ass.
They probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton.
Oh, my God.
But this is intercepted. Picked up by Eric Stokes.
Noodle arm ass nigga.
Over here at their own 14-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows.
Noodle arm fuck.
These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. A check down here to Jones. He's got room past the 30. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. My goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he can have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. He's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
He was playing bad. He was playing bad. Playing horrible. Can't play like this. It's 96.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness, it's been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. With Sean Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback.
Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of the momentum from the offense coming off that big completion the prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
On 2nd down, Cook. And down he'll go at the 25. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
I don't think anyone thought we'd see a run facing 2nd and that long, and that element of surprise, I think he'll make that play so successful. Nice effort on that carry, and it took what seemed like 2nd and impossible. Now has him within throwing range of a 1st down.
Oh my
God. 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
I gotta hold that.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded at about the 28. 2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining.
That's
and
crazy.
he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Beat myself at this point. No.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
30 niggas at this
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive. This is intercepted. My goodness. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 41. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they've had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. The team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. To throw is Newton. The try for Rager, but it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and the Packers are going to take over the coming shy midfield.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well.
My bad, Cammy. I'm playing trash, bro.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And
I just don't understand how you get so much to
37. And with that completion, he's now north.
This nigga went to 3 reads. He went to 1, 2, 3.
Secondary defensively.
It is.
God, he did.
A dent in their confidence, and you know you always want to keep that.
He went deep
feel like you can
to the left, back to the middle.
But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on him a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Out route, he finds his man, it's Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a 1st down.
They certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. 2nd and 3 from the 9. Throwing now is Rodgers. Turned the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try to pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd.
Make me want to get my shit together.
There's
Oh
Rodgers.
my God, this nigga Daniel Hunter is killing me.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. The kick by Crosby is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So we reach halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
That was crazy.
Alongside Charles Davis.
Yeah, beating the hell out of ourselves. I don't know, last time I gave up 30 points and a half.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's a quick throw to Thielen. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a... This guy, every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Back to throw, Newton. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the penalty on the offense.
Oh my God, I'm geeking out the molly.
And the interception will stand.
That could hurt. No way I just declined the penalty.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And he's
That's crazy. I just beat myself.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Brandon, I think you and I
Madden guys is with me. I didn't get the
hard
hint.
to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run.
That's
and that's what
crazy.
they've done throughout this game. They've aired it
Happy
out, thrown it
Thanksgiving.
around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 30 yards there. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Rodgers' throw finds its target, Dobbs.
I ain't played this ass in a week, right?
Take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Romeo Dobbs making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Packers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fields in right around the goal line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. On 1st down, Newton swinging this out wide here for Cook. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Packer pressure, and down he goes. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Rams going to run the option right. Trucks over him. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. From the 50, Newton. Rager catches it left side. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. 4 yards remain for second down. Newton. They'll get this right back to Rager. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On 1st and 10, Newton. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And that one results in 35 yards.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of it.
And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Vikings are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. This opening game has certainly not gone their way at this point, but that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there. Maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
And they're going to get the two-point conversion caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Andrew Booth making the tackle. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL.
I get the pick here right back. Then I got down, get down there, get rough in the pass, or get this nigga the ball. I just beat myself. This is crazy.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Shotgun now for Rodgers.
I don't understand how he has so much time. But he's looking at every fucking read, bro. Like, literally, bro. Literally. Literally, bro. This makes no sense.
They closed on him quickly and held him to a short game.
This man is looking at every fucking read, bro.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive. And in a relative, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it, it's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. On play action, now Rodgers. He's going to look deep down the field.
Oh my God, bro! What the fuck? Oh my God, bro!
But it falls incomplete.
After what they faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards,
Bro, I don't know what else they want me to do, bro. I don't know what else they want me to do, bro. That's fucking crazy.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down.
To the quarterback, man.
Here as he's taken down.
Fucking crazy, bro.
Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is taken at the 23. Oh, a nifty juke there.
But that shit is weak. They gotta fucking change that, bro. Next man, bro. There's no way the punter has a chance.
Will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
You can't juke nobody on your bid, bro.
The Vikings now to start their next drive. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play. He's got a man complete. A big play there for Minnesota. 47 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Cam, option left. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Cam Newton with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. So this back now to a 10-point spread, and you have to imagine they'll line up and go for 2.
Oh, no question about it. If they can get this to an 8-point game, they can make things awfully interesting here in these last few minutes.
Cam looking to throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back and get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there. That's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers, and he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That'll go for a gain of 7. And 3rd and 8 now.
It's not cool about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock,
really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
35 yards that time on the punt, and they will take over 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 36 yards on the play.
Well, if you're a fan of offensive football, this game is for you because this one's been much more like a tennis match than a football game. Back and forth, and there's another example right there of another big play in the passing game.
From the red zone now, Newton. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
Newton takes it himself, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Cam Newton. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Vikings have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Chandler Sullivan. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Rodgers to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Now normally the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle, got to totally command and make sure all eyes are on him, all focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Tunyon's got it on the out route, and he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
They got the completion. Now, they probably had 2 plays called in the huddle, so they're going to get to the line of scrimmage, get set, and run their 4th down play.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. Dancing to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Cook now off the read option. And he's got it down to the 28. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1, and to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, that's probably the one game, right? Opening the season, and you were moved in the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Minnesota, that'll be a happy locker room as they start the season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home.
Get that nigga the fuck out of here, bro. Get that pie-ass nigga the fuck out of here! I'm fucking like that, man. You just gotta stay calm, nigga. I watch anime, bro. Them niggas stay calm, bro. You gotta stay calm when a nigga throwing they blows at you, bro. You gotta stay calm. I won't say in one word, bro. Over here jamming to my jam, smoking dope, bro. Playing defense, bro. They really hold, cause that shit was touchdown with J. Just with the corner, but I ain't get upset. Cause you gotta stay calm. You gotta stay calm, bro. GG's in the chat. Thanks for watching.